This is the story of two young women whose paths crossed in a way no one could have predicted. A story of love, trauma, and tragedy that leaves behind a powerful message. Today, we talk about Tawnee Marie Baird and Victoria Mendoza. Tawnee Baird grew up in the suburban city of Holiday, Utah. A charismatic and vibrant young woman with blonde hair and bright blue eyes, she was the type of person everyone gravitated towards. Her friends loved her, and she dreamed of becoming a famous singer. But life isn't always perfect, and at the age of 17, Tawnee made a choice that changed her life forever. She was caught with marijuana in a car with older friends and took the blame for the group, which resulted in her being placed in foster care and sent to a youth treatment center. A well-off suburban girl now found herself surrounded by troubled youth. Meanwhile, in Ogden, Utah, Victoria Mendoza's life couldn't have been more different. She grew up in poverty, the daughter of Mexican immigrants. Her father's suicide when she was just 10 years old sent her life spiraling into chaos. Running away from home, skipping school, and ending up in juvenile detention became the norm for her. By the time she was 17, Victoria had already been in and out of detention centers. Yet, in this world of broken families and troubled teens, Victoria had a charm, a streetwise toughness that drew others to her. It was in that youth treatment center where Tawnee and Victoria's paths crossed. Despite their starkly different backgrounds, they bonded over a shared love of music and songwriting. What began as friendship soon turned into a relationship. But from the start, there were signs of trouble. Victoria's jealousy and insecurity grew stronger as the months passed, creating a toxic dynamic that Tawnee's friends and family noticed but felt powerless to change. Tawnee, a once outgoing and independent girl, slowly became isolated from her friends. Victoria's possessiveness and controlling behavior deepened. She constantly monitored Tawnee's interactions, especially with boys, and her jealousy escalated. The relationship turned violent. Tawnee's family began to see bruises, even a split lip and a missing tooth. Yet, despite their concerns, Tawnee defended Victoria, insisting that her girlfriend just needed love and understanding due to her difficult past. By October 2014, after years of turmoil, the relationship reached its breaking point. On the night of October 17th, Tawnee, Victoria, and their friend Lacey attended a party in Ogden. Something was brewing beneath the surface. As they left the party, Tawnee drove, with Victoria in the back seat. What happened next is chilling. A violent argument erupted in the car. Victoria, in a fit of rage, pulled out a knife and attacked Tawnee while she was driving. She stabbed her repeatedly, almost 50 times, leaving Tawnee fatally wounded. Victoria called several friends after the attack, and the police soon arrived. Tawnee was found dead at the scene. The brutal nature of the crime shocked the community, and Victoria was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. During the trial, Victoria pleaded guilty to Tawnee's murder. She showed little remorse, even claiming at one point that she, too, was suffering. In 2015, she was sentenced to 16 years to life in prison. Her first chance for parole won't come until 2039. Tawnee's death is a heartbreaking reminder of how easily toxic relationships can escalate into violence. Her family and friends, devastated by the loss, have since become advocates for raising awareness about domestic violence, especially within the LGBTQ+ community. This story also highlights the complexities of trauma, how unresolved issues from childhood can manifest in destructive ways, and how important it is for young people to be educated about the signs of abusive relationships. Tawnee's story is one of unrealized potential, but her legacy lives on. Her family continues to fight for change, raising awareness and advocating for reforms in how we deal with domestic violence and the juvenile justice system. If you or someone you know is in a toxic or abusive relationship, don't stay silent. Reach out for help, because you deserve to feel safe and supported. Let Tawnee's story be a reminder that we must all work together to prevent such tragedies from happening again. Thank you for watching. If you found this story meaningful, please consider sharing it to raise awareness about the dangers of toxic relationships. Together, we can make a difference.